I think we will have something to say about the Herbalife war making its way to the front page of the New York Times today. The story details the lobbying efforts by hedge fund manager Bill Ackman, who bet more than $2 million that Herbalife is a fraud. He's been saying this for a while now, saying this publicly. This article today says that Ackman told his dinner companions that Representative Linda Sanchez, a Democrat of California, had sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission the previous day calling for an investigation of the company. The commission had not yet stamped the letter as received, nor had it been made public.
But he told people.
But Mr. Ackman, who has personally lobbied Ms. Sanchez and stood to profit if the company's stock dropped as a result of the call for an inquiry, already knew what it said and read from a copy of it that he had on his cell phone. When Ms. Sanchez's office ultimately issued a news release a month later, it was backdated as though it had been made public the day before Mr. Ackman's dinner talk. According to government documents filed, Ackman spent $264,000 last year on lobbyists to press his case against the company. That amount is dwarfed by the nearly $2 million that Herbalife spent in 2013 on federal lobbying as the nutrition and weight loss company fought the billionaire investor's claims that it runs a pyramid scheme. But the question is this a case of him doing good for the people he thinks are being wronged, or is this a case of him lobbying to try and make sure that his bet pays off?
It's funny because they've got letters from 5 different people, no, 5 different people, and they all have the same language. It's amazing. It almost as if it was, they all say a complex and abusive pyramid scheme, a complex and abusive pyramid scheme, a complex and abusive pyramid scheme. Now Ackman comes in here and he's persuasive, but he does it with, when he's on a mission, he's on a mission.
Yeah.
And Markey, Senator Markey, he's got different individuals that have done this. I don't think he'd do it if he didn't believe that it was really was a pyramid scheme. So trying to alert regulators to something that he thinks is illegal.
There have been some people who have said, look, this trade has gone against him for so long. The only way that he's not going to lose his shirt on it is if there is some sort of an investigation that comes into the company, at which point that would knock the stock price down. Now,
you see, Harvey Pitt made some comments. He said, when does it become...
If you're trying to spread the truth, that is okay, Harvey Pitt said.
If you're trying to
move the price of a stock to vindicate your investment philosophy, that's not okay. Harvey Pitt seems to suggest that this is starting to look more like a move to an effort to move the price rather than the spread of truth.
It's a hell of a piece. I mean, it's...
But, yeah, it's very well...
10,000 words or something.
Very well reported. There's also, though, they talked to Brent Wilkes, who's the National Executive Director of the Washington-based League of the United Latin America Citizens, who says it's not the Latino groups who are helping Bill Ackman. Bill Ackman is helping the Latino groups. He has elevated this battle, so it depends on which side you're sitting on. But, yeah, the idea that the very beginning where the idea that Ackman would have information before others would, which is the suggestion with this letter from Representative Sanchez, that is concerning. The idea that he would know, as somebody who's so big in the stock, he would know this before others did.
And let it out.
That is concerning.
It's coming. Yeah.
All right, when we come back.